This is the feed. We got what you need. To follow your dreams, we gon' help you succeed. Wanna see my brothers and sisters living life so free. Yeah, all us together under one unity.
I consider myself a king, but like all kings, we got something to achieve. The black culture need to grow strong as a tree. With unity, you stop all the problems in between.
I'm just trying to change the culture, show them how to be great. Put my faith in my lyrics, hope they hearing what I say. It's okay to be different. Black excellence, that's the way. It's okay if you feel lost, just ask God to lead the way.
It doesn't matter what I go through, just know that I got all my friends I can come to. We're destined for greatness, that's our deed. Doesn't matter what we do, we'll always be the feed.
Feed family, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the feed. If this is your first time here, you are listening to the feed here on Wolf Radio for students by students. It's your boy Ty, CEO and host of the feed. But as always, I'm not alone. Got my lovely crew in here. Introduce yourselves, man.
It's your girl, Just Lyric, the one and only. Don't do that.
Yes, sir.
And King Sean.
King of all kings.
And it's your boy, Mr. MC Scopes. I promise I'm not gonna do all of
AKA
this.
the kid, AKA the blogger.
Okay.
MC Scopes.
Oh, so y'all just gonna mind me at this point, huh?
Oh man, no, not at all, not at all. How y'all feeling though, man? Episode 2 is finally here. We are back. We got a lot to talk about today, bro. We're excited. How y'all feeling?
I feel good. I'm ready to talk about a lot of the topics. I feel like this is a good, this is going to be a good show, so I'm excited to see.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited for this show and ready to get this show started.
Okay. Scopes, what's going on today?
Today we are just talking about our lifestyles, basically the way that we live, the way that we kind of grip around our people. Plus, we're going to incorporate how we communicate with each other.
All right.
So like our slang and stuff?
Yes,
Okay,
our
cool.
slang.
Type.
Okay. So basically, the way you grew up really does have a major impact on who you are as a person. That includes your background, who you hung around, what you did growing up. All of it impacts you. You might not look at it like that, but it really does shape who you are now. I'm not saying that determines your future, but it helps you establish where you at currently. Wrong or right?
I agree.
Okay.
Preach.
I agree.
Well, man, I got a question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What are some examples of slang that y'all got? What's something that y'all pretty much say on a regular?
I'd probably say don't do that on the regular. Like, as y'all can tell, that's in my intro.
Right.
I don't know. That's like one of my favorite things to say because, like, don't do that,
Don't do that.
Look, I'm not from Detroit, but what up, though, has just became part of my, like, hey, how you doing? That I pretty much said it to anybody before I say what's up. I don't know why. Just kind of picked it up,
So
though.
when you see somebody walking, you just be like, what up, though?
What up, though? How you doing?
Okay.
How you feeling? How you living? Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, especially like going back home to New York a couple of times, just visiting. You really start to pick up back on the slang that you lost when you wasn't there. So like every time I see you, and I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, just know when I say I'm not gonna hold you, I'm gonna tell you something serious now, and it's gonna be
one or two
real.
ways.
It's gonna be real. You don't like it or you don't.
Skulls, what's your favorite slang, man? What you got?
I'm mostly bilingual in a sense, so I kind of know just a tad bit of Spanish, maybe a little. just poquito.
Show me something. Show me something.
I'm sorry, most of my phrasing will be like, hola, me llamo Mateo Scobie, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? Or ¿qué pasa, mi amigo?
Ain't that you just introducing yourself, though?
Yeah.
All right.
I can be formal or informal.
See,
I kind of.
he got to be friends with everybody. He got to reach different
I
areas.
said, you heard
Yes.
that summertime.
Yes.
I mean, what's your name?
Yeah, see, I'm cool with like the Spanish and everything. Like, I could read it. I can understand it reading it, but like trying to speak it out
Can't understand
again.
and read all of it now.
Not all of it. Not all of it.
He
But like,
lying.
I'll tell you, if I'm looking at the menu now, I know what I'm going to order though. If it's in Spanish.
Or do you really?
Lying.
No.
A little bit.
He go to the top. Can I get the taco? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bro.
I'm about to say, funny y'all should say, I literally have a whole experience at my job, McDonald's. Shout out to my the McDonald's people out there. I can kid you not, during the night time, sometimes there'd be like just one person that'd be coming in drive through and be like, and I'd be like, thank you for choosing McDonald's. We're using World Points today. And then they'd come and be like, hola, puedo something, I don't know. I'm sorry. It's like my mind's kind of like deteriorating where I want to at least understand what you're saying, but it's like I had to find like my right balance of do what I need to do.
Well, now that we over here talking about, different slang and whatnot, I got another question for y'all. So, how does the way that we talk reflect of who we are? Like, do you feel like the slang and stuff, does that make you as a whole as a person, or is that just a part of you? Because me personally, I can go from talking like, what's up, how you doing, da da da, to hi, swell, I'm great, I'm pleasant. You gotta have that code switching on point, man.
I feel like the way that we talk is just a part of who we are, especially like our culture.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't look at it as it being anything more than just that. Like that's just a part of who we are. So that's what you gonna always get.
Okay.
Yeah, true. Because a lot of times, especially being in New York, a lot of times we talk a lot different. So coming back down to the South and just hearing speaking in the South is a lot different too. So it's very interesting trying to learn both ways and how to speak. So like a lot of times you're gonna see me, if I'm real angry, then you might hear me a little New York out of me. But if I'm just cool and vibing, you're gonna hear. But if I'm just cool and vibing, then it's just gonna be a regular conversation.
What's up with the stigma behind New Yorkers being rude and mean?
And,
like, I keep
really
hearing that.
aggressive.
I hear that a lot.
Okay, look, so like we really love each other, like we really do. But that's just how we talk. Like if you see your mother around somewhere and it's their case, like yeah, we gonna talk our trash, but we gonna help you out though. Like we gonna help you out.
See, y'all a different breed because y'all the type to wear Timbs in the middle of the summertime, bro. But
And
you know,
hoodies in the summertime.
Yeah, so like,
that's crazy.
what's up with that?
I don't know, cause I still do it to this day. I ain't gonna lie.
Your feet ain't sweating with some hot Timbs on in the middle of July, bro? Like, what? You tweaking.
Nah, I mean like Tim's. I don't know. I really stepped away from Tim's a lot though. Even I still got I don't got a pair. I got a pair back at home. Not here though, but I do got a lot of Air
Hold
Force.
on, bro. You left the Timbs at home. Them fighting shoes, bro. You gotta have them on deck at all times, bro.
But if I have a fighting pair, if I have a fighting pair, I'm not gonna wear like the butters, the brown ones. I'm not gonna wear them. They're gonna be all black ones.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be the fighting
Well,
pair.
I got another question for y'all. Code switching. Have y'all mastered that skill yet?
So like, what is code switching?
Well,
That's what I wanted to ask y'all.
Code switching, you can go from talking street slang, talking street, way of talking to being real proper, or like prime example, I've been somewhere chilling with my friends, talking out the side of my behind, talking something crazy. Got a phone call for an interview, switched up real quick. I'm talking, hi, yes, this is Tyler Lamar William. How are you? I'm swell. I'm great. Yes, I can get all the information sent over to you. Get off the phone. Yeah, man, she tripping, bro.
So just being able to switch the
Gotta do it. Whether it's in a work setting, school setting, you gotta have code switching, man. You gotta have that.
Cause like I learned from a legendary person, which is my mother. Cause like she'll sit there and literally tear me up, the meanest whooping ever.
They get on the
get
phone.
a call. Get a call.
Yes,
Like nothing happened.
Yes, this is she. Hi, I'm good.
I'm like, Mom, where was this at?
Get off the phone.
So that's what my mama was doing.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, there was actually an episode on Big Mouth, I believe it was season 4, to where there was a whole episode about code switching, and I actually got some of the lyrics pulled up. It's called Code Switching, and I'm the master of the dial. I've got a different meaning for every situation, no matter black, white, young, old, or young. I can tune into your tongue, and nobody can tell which one's the real me. So that's deep, low key.
Okay.
But in the sense of this, honestly, it's like there's like one part else where he kind of explains code switching, and then on the other end, it's like you don't need code switching because it doesn't matter of who you can adapt to this situation. Like you try to adapt, but it's like it's not really you.
So do y'all feel like code switching helps us out in a way?
Yeah, because I'm gonna put it like this. You intentionally, like, you might talk a little street slang or whatever, but you don't want nobody to sit there and think, oh, they're ghetto, or they don't have any class because that's how you're speaking. Bro, don't get it misconstrued. Like, I could talk like this and then literally go straight business.
Right.
But that's what I was just about to say. Just because I talk away does not mean that I'm, like,
That's
not
who I am.
intelligent or, that's, I don't know.
But, it's a stigma behind it, man. It's a stigma behind
it's
anything
crazy.
we do, to be honest with you. But, man, the struggles of being black.
Because I got a little twang to how I talk don't mean that.
Hey, look, I got a little southern slang, if you
That's
want to
it,
call
that's
it,
all.
man. That's it.
Born and raised from Georgia, am I right?
All day, every day.
All right.
Watch out, New Yorker. Keep that mess up there, man. He over there talking about, so let me get a chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese, the Aki way.
The sure. Man. Well, look, y'all. We got a lot more coming your way. So don't you go nowhere. I want you to get comfortable. Get your snacks. Get your drinks. Because I said it all the time. If you touch that dial, I'm coming to your front door and making you put it right back. So look, we finna hit you with that Big Moochie Grape off of his new album, Eat or Get Ate 2. This is Crip Blue Honey. Let's get it.
That was good.
Yeah, you locked in with the feed every Thursday of the week.
The Feed, the show of all things black culture.
Stepping in, you know I'ma feel it. You know I'm the illest, you know you gon' feel it. Cool King Shine, you know we the realest. It's only the Feed, yeah, we standing on business.
Thursdays at 4 on the daily. Tell your friends it's gonna get crazy.
It's Larry. Just don't do it. When it comes to the feed, you know I get to it.
Lock in with The Feed every Thursday at 4 p.m. Only on Wolf Radio. For students, by students.
Dear Diary, today I told my friends about the feet, the heart and soul of UWG, only on Wolf Radio. XOXO.
We want to hear from you.
The students, our listeners.
You know we have to bring it to the people.
This is the feedback on Wolf Radio. Let's go.
Feedback family, what's going on with you? It's your boy Ty. We back as always. It's your boy Ty. If you just not tuning in with us, you're listening to the feed here on Wolf Radio for students by students. Now we're finna get into our little feedback segment, and the question of today is, what is your favorite slang?
So I've had a lot of people tell me what their favorite slang is.
Okay.
I know one of them told me their favorite slang is brick. I didn't know what that meant at first, but he said he from New York, so I guess that means it's cold.
Yeah,
Colder than the brick outside.
It's
Yeah.
dumb cold.
So
like,
it's brick
I can
outside.
understand.
So that's
Yeah.
how you use it.
Word to
brick
my- word
outside.
to my
break,
mother.
like where did my daddy's break outside? Like it's it's real cold. So like that's what you gotta say it like that.
Okay.
Okay, my sister, she said jank. Y'all know what jank mean? What y'all feel like jank means?
Jank.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think that
dang,
means
that
like I
Jake's
know you're
fire,
lying
like,
or
it's
something.
Messed up. Something wrong.
No,
like
jank
either-
mean, boy, I'm finna get on you.
Okay.
Jank mean, yeah, I'm finna like roast you. Like I'm finna
Okay,
roast
okay,
you.
okay.
That's what that means.
Okay. What else you got?
That's different.
I had somebody say,
I actually got one. There was actually someone on our Instagram post. Make sure you follow us on all social medias at the WolfieWG. It's actually my friend, my musical colleague, US Bunny. She actually said some of her favorite Spanish slang is "Como te va," which means "What's up" in Spanish. I know, or this, or no, like "ya" or "ya" or "ya ya." Basically means like, okay, we get it. Come on now.
I thought you were
Yeah.
rapping for a second. I swear. I was like,
hey, bro,
I thought you was
Bunny
stuttering.
finna go in.
Yeah.
Stutter is crazy word.
Yeah.
Snap. Somebody else said clock it. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
Clock it,
Like,
yeah,
clock
yeah.
it, yeah. What do you think that means, Scopes?
You better get it on time. You better prove it that it's true. Clock it.
Okay. What about jit? What about jit? I hear that
Yeah,
a lot.
jit.
Y'all Florida people done brought that up here.
Yeah,
It's
What
smooth
is
though.
jit, though?
Jit, I
Jet
think
is- it could be used in like different ways because we got somebody on the team in Florida and be like, "Hey, Jet," so he really trying to get your attention, or it just say Jet like it could be meant in a disrespectful way, like it's just how it's being pronounced.
Somebody else said, we can't cuss, but they said F out of here.
bump out of here.
F outta here.
Get out of here.
You gotta be so
Bump
weak.
out of here.
You heard? Like, what? That's just saying.
You said, wait,
Oh,
say it
yeah,
again?
yeah.
They said
You
you heard.
Oh man, you heard.
You heard? But I feel like
heard
you
me.
gotta drag it a little bit.
You
You
Yeah,
heard?
like,
me.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, you heard? Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, that's like
one.
Philly in New York right there too.
You said, ooh.
Philly, Jersey.
Now, I'm kind of confused about this one, but I ain't mad about it. But one of my family members from Texas, they actually comment and said, "Whoa now," and apparently to them it meant, "How are you?" And I was like, "Oh,
Okay,
based
yeah,
on, probably based on the tone of how they say it, it's like, hey, whoa now, how you doing, girl?"
Oh. All right, dude.
I think that's how they was probably saying.
Hey, look, I got a friend for Texas. Every time I call him, I be like, yo, what's up, bro? Howdy, how you doing? Howdy. I be like, all right.
Okay, now
Cool.
that's more than likely an obvious slang.
Howdy.
What y'all feel, what y'all think? What it do mean?
What it do?
Yeah.
Like what you on? Like
Yeah, what you on?
How
What's
you
good with
been?
you?
Like-
What's going on?
it can mean a lot.
All right.
So you feel like you going when you introduce yourself, you be like, "What up? What
Yo,
it do?"
What
Yeah,
up,
what
what up,
up,
though?
what it do?
You know what it do?
It's
Okay.
and it's a conversation starter, so like
Yeah.
it could just talk
Now,
about
hypothetically, if somebody mad at you, could be used in a bad way.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Just a little bit.
it. He said just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Man.
Now, I do got a question, though. Do we
What's up?
kind of consider Riz as like a slang?
Riz?
Riz.
Oh no.
I think Riz is like when you're trying to slide on somebody.
Yeah,
right?
bro. Riz
Yeah.
is his own thing. Like
Oh,
when you
okay.
trying to like riz somebody up, basically you trying to like get them to see something in you, possibly. Sometimes
If
it
somebody
works, sometimes
say,
it don't.
if somebody say,
I'm not no green bean. Like, what do y'all feel like that means?
I'm not green or I'm not green bean. That means you not.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not,
it can be
like-
considered both. Like, I'm not a green. I'm
somebody-
not green, but I'm not a green bean.
If somebody
either.
say they not green, like basically you want something real, some real slimy mess, and they got no
Yeah,
part in
that
it.
ain't
And
got nothing to
they,
do
like
with
they don't
it.
get down like that. They not, like you said, they not going for it.
I say that a lot.
I'm gonna tell you this: if somebody ever go to you and be like, "Bro, you acting real green," that's not a compliment.
Yeah,
I
that's not
hope
a-
you know that. Like,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Man.
somebody said that they feel like green means I'm not fake. So
yeah.
well, y'all, I ain't green. None of us in here green. I hope not.
Can't lie.
Can't be green.
Can't be that, bro. But
lie.
look. The feed got to get themselves together, y'all. So we need y'all to chill and get comfortable. But as always, we're going to leave y'all with some lovely music. So listen up. Today we decided to shed a little spotlight to local artists so everybody here at the feed can shine. Everybody want to shine and eat, right? Everybody want to do good.
Preach.
So look, this next artist, he is a local UWG student. He goes by the name Obi2 Cups. Let's get it. This is Checks and Balances premiering here. First time on Wolf Radio. Let's do it.
Brand new!
All right, man. You know we going to keep them bangers rolling here at Wolf Radio. Y'all know that, right? So, look, we got this next one coming up called Bay by Skrilla, baby. Now, this one is for them ladies out there that know they fine, especially mine. You dig?
Is it the rap?
What's up, Feed family? How y'all doing? If you just now tuning in, it's your boy Ty, and you're locked in here with the Feed on Wolf Radio for students by students. You dig? As always, I got the lovely crew with me, Lyric in the cut, E-Sun in the cut, and your boy Scopes running the board.
MC.
So y'all, what we finna talk about now?
We're gonna dive into a little bit about our background. I do have a question for y'all.
What's up?
How does our background shape us into the people that we are today? We might get a little deep right here in this.
Okay. Well, I feel like wherever you grew up at and just the interactions you had, you're gonna carry that over into adulthood, and that just basically shapes who you are. So, where you lived, your family, just the things that you got active with as a youngin', like I think that really makes you who you are today.
Is that like considered a bad thing? Like,
Nah, it can be depending on the way you use it. Like, how do I say this? There's some people who come from very rough situations,
right,
but they've turned that pain and turned it into fuel, and they've actually turned out to be way better than they were before.
Right.
There have been people who always had good things happen to them, had to go through some struggle points, and that's actually built character. So I feel like as long as you don't allow it to affect you in a bad way, I think it's good. Me personally, I moved around a little bit as a kid, and I was in North Carolina, I was in South Carolina, came back to Georgia. You know what I mean? I've been around a little bit, so I've got to experience different sets of friends living in different areas. Some friends stayed out of trouble, some steered towards trouble. You know, it just really depends. So I really feel like you got to do the right thing, and just that, it really can help you along the way. How about y'all? How y'all feel?
I mean, I agree. I definitely agree with like your background kind of dictates, you know, what your future will look like. Well, not necessarily what your future will look like, because you're able to change the things. Like, whatever you experienced in your younger days, you know, that's something that you can change. Like, you don't have to go through the same thing that you went through back then. But I feel like a lot of people, they kind of go based off of what their background is. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it can be considered a bad thing, because like some people don't change, or some people, they're so used to something to the point where, you know, they're comfortable and that's all they know. So
I agree with that. What about you, Eshawn?
Well, yeah, like my background, it did change a lot, especially like from being in New York, and it's a lot, especially in New York, it's like real fast paced. Like everything is like fast paced up there, so a lot of stuff going on real quick. And then coming back down to Georgia when I was younger, then everything down here is so much slower. Like everything is so much slow. Cause I live in the country, so it's harder to be in a situation like you said. You learn and you meet a lot of different people. So the things you've been through, and then the things your friends been through, you might, well, maybe my life not that much harder to theirs, because you live right down the street and you struggling more than me as much as I'm struggling.
I'll say this, not to put anybody down. I did have a friend that, like, we kind of grew up together. Like, we both been through some hardships or whatever, but no disrespect, I took the opportunity to go off to school, go make something myself, and make my life better.
Yeah.
He decided to take a different route in life, and then, you know, might have got himself in a little trouble here and there. So, you know, I'm still cool with him aside of that, but I had to realize, like, bro, you can't allow what you got going on around you. You can't succumb to it. You gotta go above and beyond, bro.
Right.
But I wonder how that kind of like, because your way of thinking versus what his way of thinking might have been, like, I feel like maybe just his past or his previous background hindered him. So that's why I was going to ask y'all, do you feel like your background hinders you from any upcoming opportunities that you may encounter? Because just that story, it kind of seems as if maybe his background did hinder him in a way to where he didn't really see himself becoming more than what he's been his whole life.
You know, that's honestly the God honest truth, because there's been multiple times where I talked to him, other people talk to him, like, bro, you have so much potential to go be doing this, doing that. He's one of those persons, like, I just want to take the quick route in life, and I had to explain to him, like, that's not always a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, I literally had one of my friends talking about, you going to spend 4 years of your life in school, and I was like, yeah, this is going to help me in the long run.
Yeah.
I'm not out here, like, breaking my neck trying to, you know, make a difference or trying to do something for myself. I'm doing things the right way. It might take a little time, but it's going to be worth it, though. But that's just my take on it.
Yeah, because I had a cousin like that, and he ended up losing his mother due to a heat stroke. So ever since then, like, he was one of the most talented family members I ever seen. So, like, he had real potential to do a lot of things, and when he come around us, he's like he's like us. He just be with us, and like, then when he get back to himself, he in the situation he was in, and then that led him the wrong way, and right now he in jail for prison. So it's like,
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
yeah. So now it's like, he realizes much now. Sometimes when we speak on the phone, like, you could be much more than what you was or what you should have been.
Message of the day to everybody out there, even if you in a hard situation, I'm going to say this, bro. People got to stop taking what they going through and being like, this is all I know, so I'm going to just succumb to my problems. Nah, man, you got to say, look, things ain't working out for me right now. All you can do is pray, trust the Lord above, and try to make your situation better. We've all gone through hard times. We young.
Yeah.
You're going to go through more throughout life. The thing about it is, are you going to allow that one situation to determine what you got going on for the rest of your life? Or are you going to say, you know what, I don't like what's going on right now, but we finna just make the best of it and we finna move forward?
I feel like the most important thing is to turn your pain into purpose. So basically everything that you just said, like use the stuff that you've been through to fuel you back up and just do something that, you're passionate about, or do something that you've always wanted to do, but you just felt like you weren't capable of doing. So I feel like a lot of times we really just be in our head a lot.
Yeah.
And then we just going based off of what we've known for forever. But I feel like in order for you to change, you got to be willing to be uncomfortable. And, that might be an uncomfortable situation, but you got to be willing to
Being
to
real
do
with you, this right here was uncomfortable for me. Yeah. I've always liked to make people laugh. I always like to be funny with people, but to get the opportunity to sit here and go live and go on air with people, at first I was like, man, I don't want to be on no radio. That ain't for me.
Yeah.
But I'm realizing, too, this is helping me a lot more than I realized. I want to do YouTube when this is over with. I want to try different things, man. Like, it's like, I feel like my friend had told me one thing, and it really stuck with me. He was like, bro, we spend all of our time on social media watching other people, and they're getting paid off of us watching them. Why can't they be you?
Right.
And I was like, you know what? That's the God honest truth.
It is.
What you think, Scopes?
I really honestly don't know, in a sense. I'm still kind of understanding my background myself from at least an outside perspective. And plus, I'm currently trying to at least find myself in who I am as a person.
Right.
So in a sense of like what's going to happen to me at the college, it's like we don't know what's going to happen I don't know what's going to happen for me into the future. So it's like I want to at least make sure that my background is represented, because I at least make sure that I at least put my city in my back, or at least let people know that the city that I live in, that's how it raised me. And plus my family, my friends, that influenced me to be this person I am today. It just astonishes me. But it's like I'm still sort of conflicted of who I truly am inside.
Well, I could tell you, fellow brother of Christ, being honest with you, in this day and age, you got to remember one thing. You might have a plan for your life. You might have things that you want to go one way. But God got a whole nother plan for you, man. And at first, you might not understand what He's doing for you. He might take you through a thing or two. But trust me, it's going to benefit you in the long run.
Amen.
But look, y'all, enough of me preaching. You know I had to take y'all to church right quick. That's a must. So look, we just living this lifestyle. So we want y'all to hear it, all right?
Oh, you're awake.
How long have I been in a coma, Doctor?
3 months.
3 months?
Don't worry, you're awake just in time.
Just in time for what?
We're all mixed up to come back this fall every Friday at 2 p.m.
All Mixed Up? My favorite music variety show. Every Friday at 2 p.m.? Oh, I'll definitely be there. Will you?
You're now tuned in to the feed.
What did he say?
I said! You're now tuned in to the feed, only on Wolf Radio, for students, by students.
What up, Feed family? We back again. It's your boy Ty, and if you just not tuning in, this is the Feed here on Wolf Radio for students by students. And you know I gotta say my little line is always got the family with me. Now,
I thought you put it in for a second.
I am, man. I ain't doing it. It's your boy Eshawn. It's your girl Lyric. Don't do that. And it's your boy Scoes.
I bet you can say all my names at this point.
Now look here, bro. I'm gonna need you to write that down and put it on a piece of paper, because that's the only way I'm gonna remember all that. Mm-hmm. You was a lot of monikers, but anyway. So y'all, man, I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead.
How do you feel? Do you feel cultural values affect how you raise your children? If so, like, how does it affect them?
I don't feel like, me personally, I don't feel like it does, just because I feel like what I've experienced as a kid is not something that, you know, I would want my kids to experience, or not even just like that. Like, I would want to do things differently. So I don't feel like it affects, or it would affect how I raise my children.
Okay.
I feel like I'll have my own perspective and my own way of doing things. So
Yeah, I most definitely agree, especially like saying that how you raise your kids based upon what you've been through. So like me, like I always want to be better for myself, and then as I grow up, I want them to learn from me so they could be better than me. So that
and
could
just
be
keep going.
Yeah, and keep going. Type.
You know, I really do agree with that. I feel like your parents like have helped shape you as a person for their own experiences, but the thing about it is, not in a mean way, but not everybody's parent. No parent is perfect.
Yeah.
Parents make mistakes along the way. So sometimes, you know, as a child, you're gonna take what you didn't like going through as a kid, and you're gonna know, like, I don't want my kid to go through that. So I'm not gonna. I might not necessarily raise them the way I was raised. Not saying that you was raised in a bad way, because I wasn't raised in a bad way, but I also know, like, I might be a little more lenient in certain areas, or more strict in certain areas. It just depends, because every child is different. You got to cater to their specific needs. So I really feel like people too got to realize, as a kid, yes, a kid can't fully understand and grasp everything going on around them because they're a child, but at a certain age, children are going to start picking up things, and they need to build their own identity. I don't think it's okay for a parent to try to force their child to have this certain identity, like, this is what you're going to be, this is what you're going to do in life. Your child came in this own world as a blank slate. Let them figure that out for them. Be there for them and support them, but let them do their own thing.
It basically is all about trying to process this, right? It's basically how you kind of influence your background and kind of changes to where it's more positive for your own children's life. So that way it'll won't kind of have it carry over to their future, at least.
Breaking generational curses, basically.
Okay. But I am kind of curious, though. It's like, would there be any points of us having our children during experience, like, to where we want to kind of do the same actions as our parents did to kind of train them up, or do you think there's like any alternatives?
In certain aspects, yes. Like, one thing I can tell you now, as a kid, I didn't really appreciate how strict my mother and tough my mother was on me. But as a man now, like a grown man, I'm thankful for it, because I look at some peers around me. Their kids my age, wilding out, locked up, got a kid, doing all kind of crazy stuff. Yeah. My mom was hard on me because she wanted me to go further in life, and now I'm about to graduate next month. Life's good, you know what I mean? So I shout out to moms. You was a real one for that. Thank you so much. So I just really feel like you gotta just take those things and just be positive with it. Sometimes other kids probably be like, oh man, my mom was so mean, or oh, my mom was so hard on me. But look at you now. You're successful. You're doing good in life. So to that extent, yeah.
You better preach, brother.
Yes, sir. Gotta be real.
And I'll also say, like, in some aspects, you gotta know your child, though.
Right.
And depending on how many you gotta know all your children. So, like, you can't treat a lot of your kids the same way. Right. Because neither one of them gonna be the same at all.
Correct.
So each one of them gotta be loved individually and loved differently from how you trying to love together. So that way, it'll be much different. Because a lot of times, my father tried to do that for us. Like, he really tried to love us the same way, but it's hard because everybody else needs different things in life. So it's like, you really gotta learn and see what the kids like to do and things like that nature. So you got able to be there better for them.
That's real, brother. That is real. Well, I do got another question for y'all. How do you maintain a connection with your cultural roots while living in a different environment or country? So basically, in other words, how do you not forget where you come from?
I stay in touch with a lot of people from New York, so it's like I constantly, even though I'm not there physically, I'm constantly hearing about them, know what they're going through. So it's like a lot of things you still gotta go back and forth, and because this is where you come from,
right?
And you don't want to be like different from that, and then but you can always be better.
I don't think that I'll ever forget like where I came from, because that's a part of like who I am and what made me.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't think I'll ever be to the point where I don't like.
I could tell you this: no matter how successful you get in life, don't ever forget where you started at and where you're going. Prime example, like I said earlier, you don't know what type of plan God has for you. He has a plan for all of us. So, guys, we could all have our own radio shows down the road, or you could be in Hollywood, you could be here and there. It don't matter. The point is, don't get somewhere and be like, oh, I made it, I'm this, I'm that. That's cool. But what made you you? You got to remember all day long, I'm from Athens, Georgia, 706. I'm never going to forget that. I might not want to live there no more. I might not talk to all my classmates no more. But the point is, that is forever home. Yeah. That made me who I am today. So, how about you, bro?
I about to say, sorry, it's kind of ironic for me to say this. Like, I literally did a whole song about my city, sort of, which I'm going to do a updated version in the future, manifesting. But I did do a song about my city, Noonan for the Win, which is tailored towards the high school that I went to, Noonan High School. So shout out to the Noonan Cougars out there.
Well, maybe I need to check that song out, because I was planning on possibly moving to that area later on. Possibly, we don't know.
Just give it a suggestion.
But y'all got some interesting cops, though, so I don't know if that's for me.
Just give it a suggestion here. Go for the remix, not the original.
Oh, wow, okay. All right. Well, you guys heard it here first. He's promoting his stuff, so please check out MC Scopes when in your free time. Well, all right, so while we got a little time here, I don't know if you guys actually know where all of us are from, so let's just take a little second. I'm from Athens, Georgia, but I grew up in mostly North and South Carolina, but I came out to Georgia roughly around 5th grade, and I've kind of been here since, but now my parents are in Texas, so that's what I mean by, bro, I don't been everywhere. But I like it, though.
Would you go back home?
With my parents, or?
No, to Athens.
Oh, no.
Why not, though?
As much as I love my town, I personally feel like my hometown, if you go there for UGA, that's cool. But outside of UGA, it's a small town mindset. So people who are from there, that's all they know. That's all they want to be. I've always wanted to be more than that. I'm not putting nobody down. I love everybody at home, but I'm also looking at the fact of it's the same old stuff there. It's the same old played out stuff, same old problems. I don't want to be around that anymore. I go home and visit, but after I don't see my people, see my grandma under them, yeah, I'm gone. I gotta go.
So you don't feel like once you get older, like 40s, 50s or something, you don't feel like that could be a place that you can go back to?
I mean, if I'm at a point in my life where I want my life to slow down, maybe, but I've also been told I've always been taught to never get comfortable. Like, if you can go do more, go do more. So right now, in my eyesight, I don't really see Athens on my radar. It's just more of a kind of time for the holidays, time to go home. All right, seeing everybody. Oh, you still on the same old mess. Oh, you still talking out the side of your neck. All right, time to go. Y'all have a good one.
Basically, the whole Thanksgiving talk.
Yeah, pretty much, bro.
I really feel like that's kind of how it is, like, everywhere, though. Like, I really feel like a lot of people, they have a stagnant type of mindset where they, they're just comfortable doing the same thing that they've always been doing. And a lot of people, they don't want to go back to that, because it's like, if I go back to that, I might get too comfortable to the point where, I might just end up just staying here and just doing what I never would have wanted to do. So,
well, man.
Here you go with the crying.
It's about time for us to get up out of here. We ain't paid the rent for the week, so we gotta go.
Paying rent is crazy.
But listen, y'all, before we go, we got to
post it on the feed at your WG.
This is posted on the feed of Wolf Radio.
So y'all, we got to post it on the feed. I know a lot of us have, different opinions and feelings towards the election results. So let's just have a calm conversation about it and talk, give a little bit about how we feel like it will impact our future.
First things first, I'm not going to disrespect anybody for their own political viewpoints. That is your personal choice. But what I can say is the decision that was made for America, it's finna have some domino effects behind it. There's finna be some consequences for putting Mr. Trump himself back in the office. While some people are like preaching all the good things he's gonna do, I want you to understand this man has made it quite abundantly clear that he doesn't think he's gonna be a president for the people or certain select people. So for others out there, keep your head up, man. Like I said, I'm upset just like most of y'all are and should be. I can say this though in the most respectful way, as I said the last episode. If you didn't vote, I don't want to hear any complaints because that's the bottom line. You didn't go out there. You could have took the 5 seconds that you do being on Instagram, TikTok, and all that other stuff to go to the polls. So if you didn't go, I don't want to hear you complaining. But for the ones who did go, I'm sorry things didn't go the way we wanted them to. All we can do is make the best of our situation. But remember, God is in charge.
Amen.
Amen to that. We had Plies file a lawsuit against several artists for copyright.
Oh, Lord.
Did y'all hear about that or see about that?
Yeah, if you guys are familiar with Plies, that was the guy back then. He had he had a song called Me and My Goons that was sampled by, first it was sampled by Soulja Boy for his song Pretty Boy Swag, and then it was sampled by
Glorilla. For the song Wannabe.
They ain't want to be saved, no save them. That's my money.
So he's suing Soulja Boy, Megan Thee Stallion, and Glorilla,
and Universal Music Group, and one of Megan's producers, and another person. It's about like 7 people involved. Y'all gotta realize Plies is that one person people sleep on and don't really give their flowers to.
Yeah.
So I guess he's kind of like, you know what, you gonna pay me if you don't want to, give me the recognition that I need.
So
and that's
do you
crazy.
feel like if they would have just given him the recognition, he would have been
He
perfectly
wouldn't have
fine?
tripped on it because Plies is for the most part a pretty laid back artist. Bro had his time to shine. He's not steady in the media. Like he's just kind of laid back. He's Unc. So
Yeah.
Unc whole thing is like, bro, all you had to do was say, hey, give your flowers where they're due, and this probably wouldn't have been an issue. So.
I about to say, I'm thinking there was a post from actually one of Megan's colleagues, the producer, Lil Ju made it. I believe he actually posted on Twitter claiming that Plies' song wasn't even part of the single of the album. Based off basically the timeline of when his song was released prior to Soulja Boy's song was released, it may have been 2 different years.
But it's the same type of beat, though. That's the bottom line point. Plies was first. So as much as they want to nitpick and say, try to, find a little loopholes in it, the bottom line factor is...
It's his sample.
Thank you.
Yeah, he worked hard for it.
Thank you.
He not playing.
So, bro, I don't blame you. Go get your bag, man. I like everybody, but if you got to do what you got to do, because if I was in them shoes, I'm going to sue you till your drawers off, and be honest with you.
So, we also have Casanat. I don't know about y'all, but I've been seeing Casanat is like a well-known streamer.
Right.
Everybody should know who Casanat is.
Funny guy.
But
Hilarious.
yeah, he's very funny. But I seen something. I was on TikTok and I seen that he was doing one of the celebrity guests that he had come to his house was Kodak Black. I also seen DDG and I also seen Glorilla. But I don't know, like the vibes that I was just getting from Kodak Black, it just wasn't like the same, Kodak Black that we're used to seeing.
We're not gonna accuse you of doing anything, but I will say we saw some things, and I'm a little concerned for Buddy's mental health. I hope he's doing okay. I really genuinely hope everything's all right with him because he's a really good artist. Bro's been at it since 2016?
Yeah.
It might be a little before then.
No, like 15, 14.
Yeah, his music's always been good. And so it's like to see him kind of acting crazy on his live. I can't really speak too much on. All I gotta say is go check that out. But Buddy was in there like just throwing.
But my thing is, I feel like. Obviously, Casanat is a streamer, so like that's what he's used to doing. But at the same time, too, I feel like if he sees the state that Kodak Black is in, why not just cut the stream? Because I feel like you're shedding light on something that
it's about views. At the end of the day, yeah, he was doing something crazy, but at the end of the day, it's about that bag.
Agreed.
But that's I don't know. I don't
it's
like
wrong.
that. I was gonna say I don't like that mindset because it's like.
I'm gonna say this. It's messed up, but if you realize it, most people will take your pain and turn it into something fun or laugh out of it. He's not the first streamer. There's been plenty of people who've been on live and done tweaked out, and instead of you stopping the live and helping them, they're sitting here just recording this on and on. And you finna trend, you're finna get reposted. So I mean, I really feel like it's all about views, bro.
There was actually a tweet from Dante that I saw that says basically talking about streaming is way harder than a 9 to 5, honestly. So it's like, do y'all agree that's true or?
Me personally, I don't really know how hard streaming could be compared to like having a 9 to 5.
Right.
Cause like when you stream, you can stream whenever you want to. Like I feel like it's.
You got to keep with a certain algorithm to like keep your fans entertained, but for the most part, you could roll out of bed with your pajamas on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
And you staying at home. Like it's
good.
basically just like you have a work from home job.
I gotta get up at 5 a.m. go put on this professional looking outfit to go talk to everybody, bro. Like
I disagree with that, but I mean,
I think a 9 to 5 is much harder because then you got to answer to somebody. You got a boss anyway. Yeah. So like with you just being a streamer, you really your own boss to make your own moves. You gotta listen to everybody else.
Gotta go see my boss tomorrow, but all love, Amazon maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, man, like I told y'all before, the landlord putting us up out of here. We gotta go. He's telling me pack it up, time's up. He's cutting the lights off and cutting the water. So
yeah, we need y'all to tune in next Thursday.
Please,
so
man,
we can keep the rent
lights
paid.
on.
What's
Yes.
the topic for next Thursday? Go ahead and let the people know so they know what to
Y'all
expect.
see this over here? Do y'all see how she did? Anyway, man, next week you can expect boys versus girls, where we're gonna have various topics to debate. Might even have a special guest. I don't know yet. I can't tell you all that.
Whole time we just gonna see who does it better, females or the males.
See,
and really the females. So it's just like we don't really gotta talk about it no more. We can go ahead and close it out.
We're going to let her have her little moment because there's a lot going on right now in America anyway, so we need to let them shine
Yeah,
for real,
'cause
for
y'all,
real.
y'all finna see who the big dogs is.
All right, not too much, Bama. Bring it down a bit. But look, man, it's been real, man. You know I hate to leave y'all, but we got to go. It's your boy, Ty, CEO and host of The Feed, telling you to stay safe, have a good week, and stay out of trouble, please. We don't want you ending up on them headlines.
And it's your girl, Just Lyric, the one and only. Don't do that.
And the king of all kings, King Sean.
And your boy, Mr. MC Scopes, a.k.a. the Donut Blocker, a.k.a. DJ Scopes, and your truly Magic Scobie. And what's my $5?
I was just playing, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, we had a little behind the scenes, but we're going to discuss about it later. All right. Good night.
I was just kidding, bro. But go ahead and wrap this up. Y'all be smooth, man.
Dance on